Hi guys, it's John and Raf, the Intrepid Carpers. We're back out after lockdown. It's been a long 7-8 weeks. We've travelled a bit of distance, 2.5 hours from Yorkshire down to Shropshire. We're at the famous Rob Hale's Monument Fishery. We're both fishing Monument 1. We've come down the night before. It's a bit of a drive in the morning to get here first thing. We're at the front of the queue to get on the lake, get our bait and get set up. Can't wait. Raf?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Don't know, it's hard to fix a new lake, isn't it? We've never fished it before. There's obviously quite a lot online, but it being quite one of the most popular sort of day-to-get lakes in the UK, I'd say. Obviously very, very big fish in there. Chance of a PB, I mean, there's me and you and there's Sam who's behind the camera at the minute, and Rob who's coming down tomorrow. We used to be NGT testers, but that sadly finished for the month, innit? So
yeah. Ambitions for this trip? We're here for 4 days. It's we start Saturday morning, which is tomorrow, and we'll leave on Sunday evening. Tuesday evening. Yeah, we extended, didn't we?
Yeah,
Tuesday evening. Sorry, yeah. So we've
Yeah.
got four days potentially.
Yeah, 72 hours.
So-
Obviously, you've got to have a bit of a break in the middle due to the rules that they set here.
We're socially distancing, by the way, Ella.
Yeah,
Social distance.
we'll try not to bang on too much from the coronavirus. We know we're all sick of hearing about all the news and stuff, but we're taking it seriously, as you could tell. Yeah, we've all got relatively beatable PBs on here, haven't we? I mean,
Yeah.
mine and Rob's are around the 30 mark. Yours is high 20s, and Sam's is about 5 or 6 pounds. So, if Sam catches, he should beat a PB, and we've got the old water bucket ready for him if he does. So yeah, it should be interesting. It's the first proper video of Intrepid Carters.
Yeah, and
We've
the
done
lake's
one
not
before.
been fished for 7 or 8 weeks now.
Yeah, it must have been more.
I think they've been baiting it and feeding it. We'll be the first anglers on tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It's which way do we go with it? There's different ideas, different thoughts. Do we go singles to start off with, or do we bomb straight away and get some bait in? I'm gonna do singles. I think that's my plan of action. Get my marker out there, find a bit of gravel, because all the main features have been removed. So look at the hard spots and gravel. I think I'm gonna look for those, fish off the end of the back of one of those, singles to start off with, and see how it goes. Maybe get some bait in towards the evening, afternoon time.
I mean, we're all on the same playing field because we have to use the bait that sell at the fishery, so there's no sort of disadvantage to using what the bottom's flat all the way across to flatten all the features. So it's just where the fish are, it tends to be, isn't it? Like, I mean,
yeah, there's
to
quite
look at the draw,
a
innit?
few no Ronnie rigs on here, no artificials on here, no zigs on here. It is literally all. I think it's all going to be down to fine adjustment of the rigs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm on peg 8, Sam's on peg 9, Rob, who's coming down tomorrow, is on peg 10, and then Brooks on 11. And then we're doing a bit of a switch around. I mean, Sam are going to go on 12 and 15. Not sure which round that's going to go yet, but we'll show you around, because I suppose people that are going to be watching this are going to be watching it because they're going to be fishing Monument soon, and they want to know what it's like and what the facilities are like and things like that. So we'll show you a bit of that, and just to see what you expect when you get here. And so far, for the people that I've spoke to who've run it, they've been absolutely spot on with it, haven't they? Been really
They've been really good, really helpful.
I haven't even met them yet, so.
New facilities, new toilets, look absolutely amazing. New shower, ladies' new toilets and shower. It looks the business, to be honest.
Yeah.
Got all glass screens in place, social distancing points. So we're not going to go bang on about too much, are we?
No, we're here for the fishing, aren't we?
But it seems very well organised.
It's been a long time coming getting out. We all know that everyone's been desperate getting out fishing, and we're lucky just that we happen to have booked Monument. I think we booked it December time. I think we had it booked, and it just fell on the weekend where I haven't been fishing for 7 weeks. So we've got lucky in that job. We had no special favours from anybody or anything like that. So can't wait, ready to get our rigs out.
It's like professionals, isn't it? They've stopped fishing the lake for 2 weeks to let us get on it. Yeah,
so,
we've got 8 weeks of it. So
see what happens. I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know what's going to go on, but
yeah, the other train of thought is because it's not been fished for 8 weeks, what way are the fish going to respond? The lead's flying in, the spob's flying in, every swim's taken now for the next few months. I think they're booked up for the next few months. Are the fish going to respond by disappearing into the middle, keeping away, or are they going to get their heads down because there's food going in? It's hard to tell.
yeah, well, it's one of them, innit? We have to see what happens on the day. And
we're both extremely well. We're both. All three of us are extremely excited.
Yeah.
Rob's coming down tomorrow. He can't wait to get down here. So sun's going down. Good forecast for the next 4 days.
Yeah, we survived elements tonight. Obviously, we just sleep in the car park.
Yeah, that's my bed over there in the car, and this is Raf's bed for the night. Sam's over there.
Job for good one.
Yeah, we'll manage what we, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in the morning.
We bought the bait from the shop and loaded up our barrows ready to go. I'm now the owner of Brooks's former Lucky mascot, and before every session I give my rods a little good luck stroke with a cat's claw.
In about 10 minutes we're into our first fish. Knees are knocking.
Like I say, I don't want to put any pressure on, but it's probably a good one.
I'm preparing to go in because it's going to look like it's going to go down here, hence why I'm swimming my socks.
Ah, you should be alright.
So my lovely assistant Sam passes my Crocs at the back for us, please. Meanwhile, in peg 11, Brooks is still setting up his chivvy. Yeah. Just in case work comes to work, I've got to wade into it. I can't believe it's come so quick.
That's crazy. We've had a 7-week break.
Eating over there as well. I want loads of it though.
First fish out after the opening of the Monument Complex. A stunning upper double for Raf on Monument 1 peg 8. The same time as he was playing this fish, the lad in peg 12 lost one. So it's a great sign for things to go ahead. So well done, mate, and let's get it back.
Cheers. First fish, rods have only been in about 10 minutes. Got to ask for a better start really. £17.3 I think it went on the scales. So slip it back and hopefully I get one twice this size. Second fish of the space of 2 hours, and this is second I like summer. Can't believe it really. Different spot, different bit altogether. Struggling to get in line on it. It's fighting a lot different to the one. And I've run about 20 yards, I'm out of breath. Whew. Yeah, this is a lot bigger than the last one. Can't believe it really, I never expected such a... Yeah, it's on a blowback rig on the caramel played by which nobody else wanted. I was surprised that I even wanted it, I think. Yeah, this is a lot bigger. I think it's steaming off towards Sam's line. It's not even moving. I watched it with the same fish I've just caught, and it's £17, but it's just very annoyed it's been caught twice. Can't believe it really, honestly, I'm a bit shocked about it. And how quickly all this is turning around. Just approaching the net. Got a bit of a malfunction from the line, but bigger than the last one. I don't know by how much, but it's... Come on. Shit.
Nice.
And we're in. Make sure you go steady, mate. Alright.
Ready? Hang on. 3, 2, yeah.
Oh, that's cold.
Go on then, oyster up, you ready?
Yeah.
A little bit higher if you can. Smile. Right, on Monument 1 with Raf, a new PB, £35.50. Well done, mate. Bucket for the PB.
Oh.
Buzzing that we're all out on the bank in the fresh air. Well done, mate. Let's get her back.
Cheers.
Slipping her back.
Gonna need to pop to the car and get another t-shirt, I think. £35.6.
Yeah.
£35.6.
35.6.
38.14 on the scales. Take away 3.5. I think my maths is about right. Slowly ready. That was one of the caramel baits on a blowback rig. Off she goes.
We're in again. Sam's hooked his first fish. I
can hook a fish, anyone can.
I'm still mid-change because I'm still soaked from the previous fish. What's it feel like, Samuel?
It's worth a fight.
What's your UK PB?
6. In my defence, I have caught a 28 in France.
No English.
Got a nice little £10 carp, mirror carp. I think that one I used, I can't remember what I used now. It's the fish one. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to admit it to anyone else, but I'm a bit of a noddy. But if I can do it, if I can catch, then anyone can do it.
Come round up onto peg 10, Monument 1. Rob's had this stunning mid-20. Plenty more fish to come, mate.
Rob was in shortly after catching his first fish of the Monument trip. This one was a lovely £29 1 ounce mirror carp. This was just caught just down the margin from peg 10.
Hi there, I'm in Brooks's swim. I'm just come for a quick catch up. Coming towards the end of the night.
Come to gloat.
Come to cheer him up because he's been a bit moody. So
I'm not moody.
I come bring him a beer and see what's happened.
See what's happened? Not a lot, mate. In actual fact, nothing has happened. Nothing happened this morning, nothing happened this afternoon, and nothing's happened this evening. How's your swim been, Raf?
Wonderful. Thanks for asking. Yeah.
What's been so wonderful about it?
Yeah.
Go on, get it out of the way.
Oh, we've seen already, but you know, beating my PB's been obviously the highlight of the day. So.
So what was that?
Yeah, beat my PB.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, so 35.6.
35 what?
6, I think.
35.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible fish this morning. You had a cracking morning, didn't you, to be honest. We got down, what time was set up? We set up by about 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Rod's out by 7, I would think. We slept overnight in the field, which is interesting.
Yeah, that was cold.
And yeah, you had 2 fish within 2 hours?
Yeah.
2 fish in 2 hours?
Yeah.
I've had no fish in 12 hours.
Yeah, so I had 2, then Sam's had 1, and then Rob's had 2. So they're kind of like working the way round.
Yeah, I just want the big ones. I'm
Here.
not messing about with any chiddlers.
So, yeah, it's a lovely place to be fair, isn't it?
It's stunning. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
gorgeous, gorgeous fishery. 8 acres. Reed lined, lots of trees, lots of shelter. The wind's been blowing in my face all day long, so I've been very cold. How's your bank been? What's it been like on your bank?
T-shirt, shorts,
Tropical.
sunbathing.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's from my expectations I've seen previous videos. It's a lot wider than I expected. It's more of just a round, like I would say, around it's
Fish
like a square. Oh, another fish out there
Yeah. Halfway.
in front of my future peg, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think plan is I'm going to move in next door when this 36 hours runs out, which is 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So I've got about 22 hours, something like that. I think I can't remember what time it is.
Oh,
now.
I might
Well,
get a fish by then with a bit of luck.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you using? Well, obviously the fishery bait, but you put it.
I don't know what I'm using. I've tried everything.
Yeah.
You name it, I've tried it.
You got a bucket of hemp oil and boilers.
I've got
and stuff,
I've soaked my baits in lake water and hemp oil. They've gone really soft actually, probably a little bit too soft to be fair, some of them. And I've got my trusted Scopex and squid on, which I love, on one rod, and one of their baits on the other rod, which is called the Edge. They recommend it. People seem to capture it. You've caught it?
Yeah, my first little stock, he was on they say it's 14 mil, but it's a bit smaller than 14 mil, must be about 12 mil, little round waft that was glugged in somewhere or another. Yeah, Sam had his fish on that, and Rob's had both of his on the Edge.
Has it really?
Yeah, I think. I'm sure he has.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh no, he was fishing a white. Where have you come from? He was fishing a white wafter rally, he told me. Whether that's the same one or whether he changed it, has he?
He's got different wafters on, but it's roughly the same thing. I just thought I've got an idea. I'm not stealing off this Corda podcast whatsoever, but there was a bit in that where you have to pick 2 items from me. And a little paraglider going by.
I thought it was pterodactyl. Definitely is that a paraglider?
Something like that.
Social distancing anyway.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm looking off the Corda podcast. You picked elements out of different people's fishing game, or what they liked, what they're going to steal.
Ooh.
So if you was to steal an element off me, what would you steal off me, and I'll tell you what I'll steal off you. Or a couple.
Definitely your alarms. I like a laugh.
Yeah, we can ridicule our alarms now, we're not.
What would I pinch off? That's a good question, isn't it?
More like attributes, if anything. They did it where it was like...
You're willing to change, probably more often than me. I like to stick with what I know. I think, because I've been doing it for so long, I kind of get stuck in my ways, and it's like, I know that catcher, I know that rig works, blah, 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 blah. But you've just started using D-rigs, for instance, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think this year. So
Yeah.
you're more willing to change than I am, I think.
Well, that's kind of ruined this, because I was about to say the same as you. You normally change everything more than I do.
Well, I have done this session because I'm not catching things. I've
No.
tried every managed dog. I'll be floating crust next.
But I mean, like your mysterious bucket, which has got every pop-up known to man in that you just
What,
think
this?
about.
Do you mean this bucket here? Look at this.
Well, yeah.
Here, guys.
If you ever ask what Brooks is using, the first thing will be, I don't know.
can only bring so many with me because that's just part of it. Hang on, wait, hang on.
So we've
Some
got 8,
more there,
9,
more,
10.
Hang on, another one.
11 different tubs of pop-ups.
At least 11. Oh, is that including those two?
Yeah, we'll count them.
Yeah, okay. They're
So,
in
yeah.
These are quite handy. They're Barocca tubes, and I put, I don't know, a dozen, half dozen
Maybe where you're going wrong, they're dissolving when you put them in.
baits in, and I've got them glugged in hemp oil. They're great, but you don't catch anything on them. Oh, I haven't. This session. I have in the past.
Well, I was going to say, I'd take your confidence, because every time we fish somewhere, I'm
I
like,
haven't got any confidence today.
maybe
mate.
not today, it's probably a bad example to do it today, but I'm normally the one that's saying, I don't really fancy this, or a bit
That
sort
is
of,
Phil. That is absolutely
And-
Phil.
whereas you're normally like, we could fish a puddle, and you'd be like, I'm going to bag some out of here. So I was going to nick your confidence, but on today's poor showing, probably not.
Yeah, just want feeling it this morning. I may feel better tomorrow. I don't know. Just something. I just didn't click this morning. I just wasn't.
Yeah, it'll come together.
It wasn't. Yeah.
They're working their way around, the wind's going to change direction, so you're going to get a bit of warmth, and
Just wasn't feeling it. And in fact, you can't change swims. You're stuck in what you've got. What you've got.
yeah.
And I liked your corner peg. I like that peg. I like Rob's peg because he's got all that bank as well, which
Yeah.
appeals to me. But you know, it's one of those swims. You've got what you've got, and you've got to make the best of it. It'll come. I'm sure it will come. I'm quite confident. A left-hand rod will go this evening, and
Yeah.
it will be a 43-pounder, which will really cheese you off.
And if it does catch a
And you can
43,
throw as many buckets of whatever as you like. I don't care.
and if it is a 43-pounder, this is actually before we've done that, so it might be a bit of a coincidence.
Yeah, maybe I should have got a lottery ticket tonight.
But yeah, hopefully next time we get a bit of film, it'll be you playing one of the elusive lumps. He said one of the bailiffs said a 50's due out because it keeps going 49, 10 plus, so it's a 50.
Well, I'll settle for
so
43. 50 if it wants to, that's fine. I can live with that as well.
as long as it's at a convenient time.
I've
It's
spotted
understandable.
lots of bait out on my right-hand rod. I'm fishing at 10 wraps. There's two aerators out there, so I'm about 2 rod lengths off that. 10 wraps are very gravelly. Lots of bait out there, and I've catapulted some to my left hand side, which in the corner under some trees. It's really hard to cast, to be honest. I couldn't do it in the dark, not a chance. So that's just got to stay there, and if it goes, it goes, because I kept running with it. I probably won't get it back there again.
The night time remained quite quiet for a lot of us. Brooksy had a run, but unfortunately it came off. However, Rob had this stunning mirror carp at 5 o'clock in the morning from the same spot down the margin of peg 10. It's been a bit of a quiet day so far, so I thought I'll show you my peg and what the layout's like for anyone that's coming down. Doesn't know what they're like. This is peg 8. I'm just packing down ready to move for the next 36 hours. So peg's fairly spacious. I've got a one-man bivvy and it was a bit tight, so I wonder if you've got a massive bivvy, probably try and scale down before you come. This peg 8's water. It's hard to get to the margin to your left because of the tree there, but I've had 1/6 wraps on my left rod towards the willow tree over there in the distance. That I had my stocky from, and then I had on my right hand rod 8 wraps towards peg 1, which is the one sort of in the middle of the screen nearest the hut. Plenty of room behind your bivvy. Bit of a area when we can socialise, maybe to sit out and have a few beers with your mates at peg 9 next to us, where Sam's been. He's moving to peg 15, so he's just gone down to have a distant chap with the owner. Not the owner, the pair that's fishing it. Fairly close to peg 8 for anyone that's wanting to fish with a mate or anything like that. Same again, he's just fishing straight out about 8 wraps onto gravelly spots. His bivvy in the area behind the bivvy, and then Rob is just down the way through the trees there. That's peg 10, and he commands that bit of water. I think Rob's fish have come from sort of just near them reeds down there, or near the tree, just down that margin, but that's where he's had all 3 of his fish from. But yeah, so 3 decent little pigs. If you're ever wanting to come down with a few mates, you're fairly close together, it's handy and a nice little bit of area behind you. The next 36 hours kicked off at 6 o'clock in the morning when we all went round to the bailiff's office to go and collect our rods. At about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sam hooked into this lovely carp.
So it's what, 16 and a half carp. Caught it on a caramel bait with some Scopex squid stuff in there. Put a bit of a struggle, but we got there in the end. My new PB. Good news is there's no bucket around. So I don't have to get wet this time.
Just slipping her back now. I had a bit of a wound on the side of it, which we've managed to treat.
There she goes. Like that. Perfect.
About 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Thereabouts, thereabouts, I reckon.
New pegging, this has just gently gone off. Sam's just had one, as you've seen, and then she's on caramel bait at 16 wrap. It's plodding like a big one.
Do it.
It's not running around.
Where's your net?
Right next to you.
Oh, I'll go.
I think it's coming towards me.
Not giving it much, mate.
Yeah, it's hugging bottom. Like it's a real, like, I don't know, the little stocky
Your
ran.
rod's not even bending. Come on, stop prattling about.
Sure. Yeah, the stocky ran a bit ragged. PB went off a bit, but this is just like, I feel like I've hooked a big tree branch or something.
You might have done.
But it's alive if it is.
Like a crocodile.
Brooksy avoided bumping the fish off and safely netted the carp. We could both see that was one of the big uns, so we did call the bailiffs as they request that if you do catch one of the big uns, that they get called prior to taking out of the water. It tipped the scales at a massive £37, 8 ounces, which I was over the moon about, as 2 mid-30s in the same session was just out of this world and a complete dream session. That did mean, though, it was time for another soak-in, as it had beat my PB.
Right, back with Raf again on Monument 1. He's smashed his PB again, mate, with a £37.5 common. Fair play, mate, well done.
Thank you very much, belter.
What a fish. Let's get her back. Spin around.
Hey, Matt. You there, Rob? You there? Yeah, got you. Just a little 37.5. 37.
Off you
Yeah,
go.
he's soaking, mate.
The fish seemed to have moved down Sam's end of the lake as he was in again. This time it was somebody else's turn for a soak-in.
This one on a caramel boilie, about 11 reps out. Put up quite a fight, about a 10-minute winding. Managed to land it 25.12 on the scales. So
22.5, not far off.
22.5. 22.5, new PB. Get in, she's a beauty.
Got soaking for the pleasure.
Blooming freezing.
Slipping back the new PB. Other than cold, how are you feeling?
Freezing. You know what? I'm pleased with this. It's a good one, that.
Yeah, to have 3 fish on a new venue when you haven't fished that much, it's on a new peg as well. Found the spots yourself and everything. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, just taking a breather, is she?
Yeah, she was getting there.
Yeah, we'll make sure she gets back safe, and then hopefully I'll be around again shortly.
As you can probably hear, it's raining outside quite heavily, so I thought it'd be a good time just to do a quick video since I've smashed a PB again. Over the moon with it, really. You can't ask for anything better to come here and have 2 mid-30s to high 30s, different pegs, different tactics kind of thing, finding new spots and just going from there and having a session like this. It's just out of this world, really. It's something that you all dream of as an angler. If anyone's fishing peg 12, I just want a bit of tips on where to go. I stole it from the guy who was on here before me, so I can't even claim it to be my own tips. But Brooksy spoke to him before he was leaving, and he'd been fishing at 16 wraps, and I think he fishes it quite regularly, so he knew what he was doing, because there used to be some more pumps in front. So I thought I'll wrap one up at 16 wraps when I got my rods back in the morning, due to the break in between. I just thought I'll fire out a couple of singles and see what happens. Nothing quite happened for a few hours, so I thought I'll put them out again, and I spent a good sort of 20 minutes with a throwing stick putting out all the caramel bee bogglers just in a wide spread around there. And then sort of 3 o'clock I was sat over there just on the hill just watching the fish, socially distancing with Brooksy and having a couple of drinks and stuff. And all of a sudden my bobbin just started lifting up, sort of up and down. I thought, I said to him, come over here and have a look at it, and just like didn't really think much of it. I thought it was a liner, and then it just slowly, gradually pulled up, so I hit into it, and then, as you can tell by the video, I knew it was a big one from the start. So yeah, and these jangling, twitchy bum time, as we call it, over the moon to get it in. Let's say, just one of these things where everything just planets the line and everything goes well. So brilliant, can't ask for more. I've just been down to Sam, as you've probably seen, and he's had a couple this afternoon, and he's just brought his PB, so I'm not doing that. I've had a soak in. Put my clothes outside to dry and it's raining, so they're not going to be ready. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, but if I do catch another PB, I'm going to be struggling. So I'm happy wearing wet clothes either way. But hopefully, I really hope Brooksy gets one. He's worked hard for it. We've both put all 4 rods of ours, so 2 mine, 2 his. We've both put them on 16 wraps with the same bait and sort of spreading it across that line. We have seen fish show over there, so fingers crossed something does happen. I think we're on about sort of 8-9 o'clock now, even though it looks a lot darker with the rain clouds coming over. So fingers crossed, we've got a bit of time left, you know, we've got 20 odd hours maybe before we've got to go. I think it's about 6:30 people left yesterday, so it'll be about the same. We've got a full day tomorrow, Fingers crossed something happens for Brooksy. I really hope he does get somewhere. It's, it'd be nice for all of us to go away with some fish.
He's in need of desperate luck, so I've come to the rescue with the claw. Right, here we go. No.
Right.
Guaranteed fish now. Got about 24 hours left. The rain finally stopped around 3 o'clock in the morning and Rob was into a fish. This time it was a low 20 mirror, taking his tally to 4 fish. He did a quick mat shot and then slipped her back. We're slowly approaching the end of the session. We're in mid-afternoon now and I think we're going to be off by about 6:30, 7, so we've got 4 or 5 hours left. Whilst I'm just packing down, I thought I would just show you the rig that I've had my 230s on. This is the one I had the common on. Just got my little table here. Just simple blowback rig really. You can see with the hook, I'll just get it to focus. It's got a little rig on the bend of the hook. Just sort of aim that to be in line with the little micro bar that I've got on there. Just a hair size, just to boot the sort of 15-60mm bodies that I've been using here. I've got about an inch maybe of the coated, I peel back the coating should I say, on the braid there. And just normal, so I think it's about £20, some sort of cord, a coated braid. I tested it in the margin, it kept on like looping up in the middle when I was sort of testing it out. So I just put a bit of putty on there, just to help that pin it down. It looked a lot better in the water, so I'll give it a go, and that's what I had it on. Hand sharpened hooks, just pick it up, and you can't really see, so I'll focus, but yeah, I think it's the IB hooks, just sharpened down. It does have a kicker on. I don't know where the kicker's gone, but I did have a little kicker on just to help it turn around, but that's what I've been using. With the boilies, I've just been drilling out. I normally do it with a little tactic. I normally drill out the top of the boilie, fill it with, plug it with cork, just to give it a bit of a sort of a wafter sort of feel to it. And yeah, it's done me well so far, so I'll keep using that.
Hi guys, it's Brooksy and Raf back again. Our last day on Monument today. 3 or 4 hours left, about 3 hours left I think at best. Yeah, maybe less. Eventful to say the least. Not for myself, but for Raf.
And everybody else.
That's not fair, that's harsh. That's not the way I would put it, but anyway, yeah, go on, carry on.
10 fish between us. Rob's had 4, I've had 3 and Sam's had 3.
How many have I had? Oh no, that would make 10, wouldn't it?
Nil pois. Enjoyed it though.
Been good.
Very good.
I've blanked. Up to now I've blanked. I was on a liner a couple of minutes ago, so I'm still praying. There's a couple of hours left. I'm still praying I'm going to get one. I mean, a dud peg is awful. There's fish coming around left, right and centre of me. The only swim on this side, and the fish is mine. And I don't know whether I can put it down to the two raters right opposite me, dead out in front of me. I'll show you in a minute too. But it's just, there's no fish on here at all. Raf, you moved once?
Yeah, from 8 to 12. 2 fish in 8 as soon as we arrived, which we kind of half expected quite a fast start with it being shut for 8 to 10 weeks, whatever it was. Quite happy to get that one off the other guy's tips, which was nice for him to say how many wraps he'd fishing.
Yeah, the other anglers have been really friendly, the locals have been great, to be honest. And haven't done me any favours, like, because none of them fished this swim.
No, but we're going to come back, aren't we, definitely?
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah.
So, what have you been fishing on, Raf?
Caramel baits, corked out, put a little bit of cork in the top, and just putting freebies over the top. I did put particle out, but that rod didn't go off, so it's just boilie and a bit more boilie. I hadn't filled it in, I've put enough out by it and completely gone crazy with it. Maybe half a kilo over a spot, maybe max. Yeah, I think everyone's done pretty much the same. I think Sam's had his on caramel, Rob's had his on, is it the edge?
No, he's had the specialist hook baits.
Oh, he's got some
garlic and something
garlic
or
and something, but yeah, he has been baiting up with the edge or whatever.
He has, yeah.
And yeah, for anyone that's coming, what would you say? First time, people like watching this, so we're thinking.
It's a wonderful fishery. We've been, the guys here that run it are very friendly. You can only use their bait or your own hook baits. It's nice. We
nice.
came down, we slept over early Friday night did a roughie in the field under the stars, didn't we?
Yeah.
The swims, pegs a reasonable size. Yeah, it's good. I would definitely come back without a shadow of a doubt. And I've blanked. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I say I've blanked. I haven't blanked yet.
Yeah.
2 hours yet, and I'm still praying. The fish seem to come on in the afternoon, late afternoon. The mornings haven't done a great deal, have they? First morning they did, but there was no one on it for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
So you kind of expect that. But the mornings in general have been pretty quiet. The nights have been fairly quiet. Rob's had a couple on the night, I think.
Yeah, bloke next to me, he lost one last night. And the guys, there's been a few fish that I don't know. You had a scream and nothing picked up. He said the same. So I don't know if it's
there.
a trailing line
Nothing
or
there.
something,
So I think it's a trailer myself.
yeah, and he's had the same, so I don't know. But yeah, it's blown my expectations. I didn't think it was going to be like this from watching like other videos on YouTube and stuff like that. It's a lot more picturesque. And
It's
green.
beautiful.
It's
It's
just-
a
yeah, it's
stunning
lovely.
water. It really is. 2-rod rule, which I'm not a fan of, but I can understand if you don't want to go fresh in the water. I couldn't totally get it. It's 8 acres.
Yeah,
8 acres, 15 swims. Is that me again?
I don't know. I didn't hear that one. I don't think so.
8 acres, 15 swims, 2-rod limit. Use their bait. You can use your own hook baits only. What do we pay? £60 for?
Yeah, I think it's £60 for 36, or after November it's 40 quid. I think we're looking at coming back October, November time.
Yeah, back-endish, I think.
Well, I'd come back any time to be fair.
Why is that, Ralph?
I don't know. Just,
Come on, let them have
I've
it.
seen a couple of big fish, haven't I?
Let 'em have it.
Yeah, my face is going to be up in the wall. I've got the fish that I caught was £3 bigger than it ever has been, so nice to have a little memento like that in the water.
Yeah, tremendous. 38.
37.8.
37.8
Gonna
common.
take- it's gonna take a lot of
Absolutely
meat.
stunning fish.
Yeah.
In great condition. As all the fish have been, to be fair.
I mean, we'll finish it off. Well, it's the last bit unless you see anything else, but it makes the company as well, innit? Like catching the size of fish I have with you, Rob and Sam, it makes it all a bit more special, and when you're doing it with your mates and stuff, it's what we come fishing for at the end of the day. So
Yeah, it's been really good. We got a bit of rain last night, which was a bit of a dampener on things. We expected to have a little bit of social distance social last night, but rained from, I say, I didn't shower, don't worry about it. It was still raining at 10:30, 11 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
In fact, it was raining at 2 o'clock this morning. It never really stopped. Not heavy rain, but it certainly rained. And we've not seen any fish today. Today's been a bizarre day.
yeah, I mean, dream session so far. I mean, like,
Yeah.
especially for me, and first video for the actual Intrepid Carp was after we've renamed it and everything. So we're off to a bang, and we've got another one coming in.
Yeah,
2
you've had a
weeks.
24. I've had a 24. You had 230 plus, big good 30s as well. And
Yeah.
we're away again on the 2nd of June.
We've got a
a
nice
couple of
little,
weeks.
keep that one up our sleeve for now, shall
Yeah,
we?
yeah, a new venue. We'll let
that-
you know about that one.
That could chuck up a 30 or a 40 as well.
Oh, it's a
quite
very
comfortably,
special,
so.
very special place.
And we don't have to travel 3 hours down the road, so it's
Oh,
only
we
20
do.
minutes. But yeah, we'll leave it for now. We're on Facebook, Intrepid Carpers, Twitter, and I think we're on Instagram probably, and then
be.
YouTube. So if you like what you see, pass it on, and hopefully we've got a few more to come.
Cheers, guys.
Then give us a sec, go sit down.
You turn the camera the wrong way. There you are. You normally have it the other way, don't you?
Yeah, camera's better though.
Oh, right, fair. I thought you had it the other way so I could see the camera.
Get your council wide.
Yeah, we'll shift them out. Oh, do I look respectful? Look at all this shit. You can't see any of this, can you?
No, I'm sure.
Look at it. It's like carnage. It is bad.
Oh,
Are we recording?
oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Right.
can edit
Give it a second, then we'll start.
Okay.